A Fox Business alert. Silicon Valley Bank. Clients lining up outside their bank, desperate to get their money back, as the startup-focused lender became the largest bank to fail since the 2008 financial crisis. The collapse is familiar to our next guest, who was among a handful of industry leaders called upon by the government in 2008 to help save Lehman Brothers. Former chairman and CEO of UBS Americas, Robert Wolf, also served as an economic advisor to President Obama. He joins us now. Robert, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Joey.
Listen, when something that may be simple to you but is complicated to a lot of us happens, it's good to have someone on who can really explain it to us. So in more simple terms, how did this bank fail, and do we need to worry about other banks having the same problem?
Yeah, I'm going to make it very simple. So people deposit money, and then the banks invest that money. Silicon Valley Bank did what you should not be doing. They took people's money and they invested in risky assets and long-term assets. Even if it was treasuries, the idea that it was longer term made it more risky because there was a mismatch of what we'll call maturities. What happens is, after Silvergate, which was the crypto bank last week that closed up, people got nervous of Silicon Valley Bank. If you looked at their stock, it went from 40 billion to under 20 billion in a year. But their assets grew from 100+ billion to 200 billion. So as they're growing, their capital base is shrinking. So people got nervous and started taking out their deposits. What happens? They have to sell some of their assets. They sold it at a loss. And when they announced that loss, people got nervous and there became what we'll call a run on the bank. Lines of people trying to get their money out. They didn't have enough cash to fulfill those obligations that immediately. And then all of a sudden, what happens? The regulator, which in this is the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Company, comes in and they close the bank, take it under receivership, and now there'll be an orderly liquidation. And what I want to tell people, I know because of social media, which we didn't have during the Lehman crisis, this is viewed as unbelievable. Yes, this is a harsh time, but this is nothing like Lehman. Lehman was a contagion that spread across the globe. This is nothing like that. This is definitely going to cause a lot of anxiety. That being said, I believe one of two things will happen. One, either someone's going to come in over the weekend, like a JP Chase, and buy Silicon Valley Bank, because this is a great bank to buy. It's very unique with these type of venture companies that you'll be able to bank. Or number two, the FDIC is going to do something they never really do. FDIC insurance, I'm sorry to prolong it, is only insured up to $250,000.
Yeah.
But there's enough coverage here to give all the depositors 50 to 75% of their money immediately.
As long as 2 or 3 or 4 other banks haven't made the same mistakes. And can you predict, real quickly, with just a few seconds left, can you predict that there are other banks with the same vulnerabilities?
I don't think there are other banks with the same vulnerabilities. That being said, people are going to look at some of the regional banks and they're going to be nervous and they're going to put their money in money center banks because they're safer.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what happens and when there's a run on a bank. It doesn't happen that often. Last one was in 2008.
Well, the big banks they're not foolproof either, and I hope that people still invest in those small local banks in their local communities.
I agree.
Robert Wolf, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for letting me chat here today.
Absolutely. Thanks for explaining it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.